Fucking bongos in this bitch, yeah.
FlawlessTracks.net. I told you, we are Midwest music since 1974 radio. Hey, yo, are you tired of spending high prices just to have on the same outfit as everyone else? Well, check out the Original Lifestyle Studios. The Original Lifestyle Studio has men and women fashions, hats, shoes, custom clothing, and specialty items from local vendors. Mention that you heard this ad on Since 1974 radio and receive 10% off your purchase. The Original Lifestyle Studio, open Tuesday through Saturday from 2 to 8 p.m. Located at 426 Broadway Avenue, Lorain, Ohio. 440-654-2758. That's 440-654-2758. Or visit wearelorain.com.
What up, Ty, man? Jersey City, man. Hey, I'm gonna do this one time for the old school era, man. Since 1974 radio. Welcome to the Midwest Independent Show. Hip-hop and R&B for everywhere you go. Every Tuesday from 8:15 to 10. Catch IamThaDJ Show with Dez. Ready for the weekend. Friday next from 10 to midnight. You got the goal line set. Now Monday through Friday, dead at noon. Catch my homie Ty House, howling in the moon. Saturday, my favorite. Got the O.G Show. From 6 to 7, got you saying, oh God, no. Lorraine, the Fly City, back at it for show. From the trap, R&B, and even rhythm and soul. This that since when? 1974. In case you had no clue, well, now you know. From that 440 to the 810 was all possible because of Ty House. Let's go. Hey.
Oh, right now. Hey. What's poppin', world? Welcome again to another edition of the I Am the DJ Show. Since 1974 radio.com. Ty House producing. How you feeling, babe?
I'm feeling it. How you feeling over there?
Man, I've been chilling all day, so I'm trying to get my energy level up.
Yeah, your posse was on Broadway, but you was at home chilling. The
Man,
posse's
you know,
on Broadway.
Man, I try to.
Posse up.
Got so many things going on. Always working. There's never any days off. But sometimes, you know, you gotta work from home, right? Or work from somewhere else. I'm really ready to get on the road, man. I am dying to get on the road. It's been a while since I've taken a trip.
Right.
I'm dying to get on the road, man. And I don't necessarily mean driving myself because I hate driving. But I wouldn't mind getting on a plane or a bus trip or something. We might have to take a
Million Man March coming up in a couple of days.
1974 bus trip.
We done missed out on that.
Yeah.
You say yeah.
I'm really thinking about organizing a 100 rapper march. You think we could do like 100 rapper march?
You gonna take 100 rappers? I'd rather do 100 strippers.
Ooh. I really wanted to talk about the slut walk last week.
The slut walk.
Yeah. Let's talk about it right now.
Okay. You gotta explain what it is.
I do believe that this happened last week, but this was sponsored by Amber Rose. This was Amber Rose's thing, and what if you talk to a woman who was really behind it? This is what she would tell you. Bottom line, what it's about. She would say, in Toronto, the mayor, I believe, or the police officers or some type of authority released a statement that was telling women not to dress a certain type of way because it was encouraging men to rape them, or that basically, you know, if you dress a certain way, you're more likely
I could understand that
to be a victim. Of course. But in this PC world where everybody wants you to, and there's always two sides to it.
Right.
But basically, so the theory behind this was, okay, we're gonna all get together, dress up slutty, and walk together in a show of that. This is my body. This is my body. I could dress how I want to dress,
and
I should be just as safe as anybody else. I'm not sure where the actual walk itself.
But this was some nationwide organization type shit where women's from all over got together and just was slutty for a few minutes. Why is we hearing about this in the aftermath, man?
Man, it looks like this actually originated in 2011 in Canada is when this originally happened, but it looks like Amber Rose just picked this up. But I think I mean, right off the bat when you hear slut walk,
right?
You're just like, what the fuck, man? Like, why would
it's got a purpose, though.
Words do have power in them,
right?
And people are gonna make what they want to make out of anything. It is for who it's for, and I hope they enjoying it. Me personally, like I don't know, man. Like I don't know if I would have something called like the nigga walk.
Why not? Nas tried to name his album The Nigga, and
he did.
And folks got mad at him.
He
like,
did.
He
I love that album. That's a great album, man.
I mean, I'm saying, but you know what you're gonna attract? A bunch of niggas.
But I guess that's who I would be looking for if I had a million nigga walk, million nigga march.
Yeah, I'd rather do some slut walk or.
So you know what? You're right, Ty. You're right, Ty, man. Because
save the tatas. It is Cancer Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Save the tatas.
If a nigga handed me a flyer and it was legit, and it checked out, and it was the million nigga march,
how would it have to check out? I mean,
I would just look at it, and like if
march is. Basically just left.
But no. We talking, specific words. You know what I mean? Because that's the
okay.
It's the slut walk.
That's something that we talked about once before. Not me and you, but that's a conversation I had. Because it is the Million Man March. It's not the Million Black Man March or the Million Nigga March. You know what I'm saying? So it should be for anybody, but yet still is like by us for us.
You know how we like to do it.
But we left it open for anybody.
As it should be, in my opinion.
It's just more of us than it is anybody
if you're really trying to do anything like that, you gotta have the unity. But also, I've been thinking about this a lot, man, because it's hard to bring together everybody. So you kind of have to start in like segments.
Right.
And you say, okay, these people are teens, That's how let's get the teens together. Let's get the church people. They gonna get together.
Right.
The musical artists. Let's get them together.
Right. But man, you say get some niggas together, 100 niggas together.
But what is a nigga? That's what I'm saying. Like if you a nigga, like I feel like if you feel like you are a nigga.
You a nigga.
You a nigga. That, like, how can I tell you that you not a nigga? If you say, man, I'm a nigga.
I'm a nigga.
What?
Right on.
All right.
Power to you.
That's what's up, my nigga.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and only people of our culture understand that. And even within the culture, there's still people who feel otherwise. Like you will still meet people, man. I think that this is definitely would be a good like man on the street type thing.
We could do something like that.
And get black people and how they feel about white people or Puerto Rican people or Arab people or anybody else that's not black saying the word nigga.
So you saying like get a white reporter and have him walking up to him like, can I ask you a couple of questions, my nigga?
No.
Just stick the microphone in their face.
Now that would be one way to go about it. That would be interesting, without a doubt. I'm not necessarily sure if I want to go about it that way.
I'm saying though, like you got the white dude, and it's me, you, and Marcus Cross with the white dude. And we got the cameras out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we rolling up on motherfuckers as they walking up the street, so they see we filming. But the white dude just shocking you like that. Like, can I ask you a question, my nigga?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to see how I'm will respond.
Right. Because a lot of them would probably not say anything at all
with that camera on,
and especially with the rest of us there,
right there,
to like validate him.
Right.
That would be a very interesting social.
And you could do it with the Puerto Ricans, or however.
Definitely. Just go up to him and just, yeah, because I imagine most people would just be like,
"Hey, you mind if I ask you a couple of questions, my nigga?"
You'd be like, "Oh, sure. What's up? What's going down?"
White boy, my nigga, just surfer white boy. Excuse me, sir. You mind if I ask a couple of questions, my nigga? My negro?
Man, we ain't trying to get nobody injured.
That would be funny though.
Out here, man. What else? So that happened last week, but it was a cool weekend. As the Hawk made another appearance last week. It's getting cold, y'all. It's warm. It's a little warmer today. I got my shorts back on. But last week, my nigga, I think on it might have been Sunday. Or maybe Saturday. One of these days, I got up and I had on my winter coat. I had on my winter coat. I had on the winter hat.
So you was bundled up.
Everything, but
like
I
it was
still
snow outside.
But I still had my my chanclas on. I still had my Nike flips on. It's my favorite footwear, man. I don't feel like we really supposed to be wearing shoes, man. So at all times when I can wear, I wasn't quite ready to commit all the way. My feet weren't cold. Everything else was cold.
It did get cold, bro. It did get cold.
Real.
It's on its way, and we stay so close to this water, man.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like that,
yeah.
So I ain't that mad about it. But I tell you what, I am mad about. I took another L.
Yeah, bro.
In the fantasy league,
you took an L to Steve, bro. So he's got to be stopped.
And he's like undefeated right now.
Yeah, he's got to be stopped. Someone has got to put an end to this madness. Steve coming here smiling every Monday.
I can't. I don't want to lose no more. I'm 1-3 right now.
I'm the commissioner. I'm getting text messages from this dude now. Like, yeah. Wait a minute.
It's not looking good in fantasy, and it's not looking good in the real, actual fan dome of the AFC North and the NFC North for Browns and Lions fans, man. I was watching a Browns game, and I've seen a lot of crazy things in Browns games, even this year.
Right.
With the first drive of the year, fumbling on the goal line, very similar to what happened to Detroit last night.
Man,
Fumble right on the goal line, man. The play's not over until you cross that goal line. But to come to see us come back in the fourth quarter and have it come down to a field goal, which was a 39-yard field goal missed by San Diego. Looks like the game's gonna go into overtime. Like, yes, but no. Offsides penalty on the Browns. Let's move it up 5 yards.
Did you hear what you said?
What?
Now the difference in that is you was hoping for overtime.
I mean, At least like we had the momentum.
He was like overtime.
At least,
yes.
I mean, yeah. Man, that's better than an L.
We was trying to win the game. That was going for the scoring touchdown, man. And then we still got screwed.
I mean, in all fairness, the dude had all day to really catch the ball. You know, if it was a rule and an issue that was, you know, often talked about and it really mattered, he would have caught the ball because it was plenty of time to catch the ball. He was just on some hype shit.
My running back knew right away. He looked at the official like, "You not gonna call that?" Like, dude, that's our ball, man. What you doing?
Yeah, now that is crazy. So for everybody that might not know exactly what we're talking about in the Lions game, Lions and Seahawks last night. The end of the game.
Hamburglar was out. The Hamburglar.
Who's the Hamburglar?
The officials.
Oh yeah. I guess yeah.
Hamburglers.
That's funny.
Came stole our hamburgers.
But you know, Calvin Johnson for the Lions fumbled on the 1 yard line.
He was stripped.
He fumbled.
It was an awesome play.
He fumbled.
It was an awesome
he
play.
coughed it up
by my man
Cam Chancellor, who in 2 games back
has just been nuts.
You know,
Defensive Player of the Year
has made his presence felt. So I think you gotta get that dude what he wants. But yeah. So after the ball got fumbled into the goal line, the Seahawks player batted it out of the end zone with his hand, which is supposed to be a penalty. You're not allowed to do that, actually. So it wasn't called that. It was called a touchback. Seahawks got the ball on the 20-yard line. What should actually happen was the Lions should have had the ball at like the 6-yard or actually like 6-inch
right there
line.
Yeah. Right, going ahead with the ahead touchdown. Should have scored on that play, but like you said, Cam Chancellor made an outstanding play, knocked the ball loose. That's what we can't keep putting ourselves in those type of positions. But I said that 4 weeks ago that we was gonna be 0-4. Now it's time to get to work. We're gonna reel off 7 straight. You heard it here.
7?
7 straight. Starting this week with Arizona. 7 straight.
So you predicting 0-11?
Huh?
You predicting 0-11? So 7 straight more losses.
No, hell no.
Take y'all to 0-11. So y'all gonna go for 0-16 again?
He tripping over there. We're gonna be 7-4.
Detroit, you could do
11.
it. You could do it, Detroit. Fuck it.
Just go 7-4 by week 11, and you're gonna be on the gravy train. You're gonna be like, "Hey, how do I get on that board? How I get on the board? I'm gonna save you a ticket, Dez. Don't worry. You're gonna be able to get on this train by November."
Hey man, something very very cool that I saw happen, which I called Michael Jordan out months ago. You know, I've been on this shit for a couple years now. But it was cool to see Stephon Marbury calling him out publicly. Now you can say what you want about the subject in general. You can say what you want about Marbury. But the fact remains, I think it's cool that he came out and said something. I mean, because
Marbury
he's got a voice.
Yeah,
he's got a voice.
He a politician over there in China where the shoes are made. Feel me? So he got a bigger voice than a lot of people know.
Yeah, he does. And basically what he came out and said was, you know, his shoes is made in the same factory that the Jordans is made. You know, they're worth cost $5 to make them. Mm-hmm. You know, and he's out here making a killing off of them. And like we said,
that's the crazy. He legend. Marbury is a legend in China. You know, he got statues. They built statues of Stephon Marbury in China, man. He went over there and won championships.
I
After
mean,
he
he's
did the whole little crying thing and
smart.
yeah.
Smart move. Because the world is bigger than just America, and but like I said,
I still ain't gonna wear no Starberries.
yeah, I never owned a pair of Star. I can sit here and say this. We talking about this, but I mean, if they came out with a better design, I'd
If
wear
you
'em.
got a pair of Starberries, send us a picture to our Facebook page or our Twitter page or the Instagram page. I would like to know if anybody right now got a pair of Starberries.
If they was a better design,
They only
I
cost
would,
$13 though. What you was
but they're
expecting for
just
$13?
not. I mean, but that's
They had the star on there with the 5 or the 3.
you should still be able to come out with a better design, though. Like,
Man, some of these shoes that we was paying 80 and 90 and $100 for are ugly. And we drop 100, 200, $300.
I mean, I don't.
You don't want the number 3?
What's
with
the most
little
you ever
star?
paid for a pair of shoes, Ty?
I'm in 90, 100, 120 maybe for a pair of tennis shoes.
For a pair of
A pair of athletic shoes.
athletic shoes.
About $120, the most I ever paid for a pair of
120.
athletic shoes. You see how I caught myself in mid-drift over here, like for a pair of shoes?
What you on some Gators or something?
I have bust my ass one time and bought some Louis Vuittons. You know what I'm saying?
Like what, some slippers or something?
They was some athletic shoes too, actually, but they were more of a dressy athletic shoe.
What was you in Vegas?
Yeah, it was on some
You
old
was on some
Thunder
Vegas shit, man. Get out.
Where they didn't have no price tag when you walked in the store. And I just, had it at the time. I was living good. I'm gonna get back to that.
Man, that's the motive. That's the motive at all times, and got to maintain that focus. I got back to doing one of the things that I love to do more than anything, which is to host a wedding reception.
Wow.
This past weekend. So congratulations to Mike and Erica Gedridge. It was in Oberlin, almost like New Russia township. So that was it was a
There's
cool
a New Russia
fall. Yeah, I mean it's like
here in Ohio.
yeah, it's like 20 minutes away, bro.
That's scary. We got New Russia here in Ohio.
There's a lot of funny named towns. There's also a Berlin, Ohio. There's a lot of interesting city and town structure setups in Ohio, without a doubt. So I wanted to talk about this Halloween party that we got coming up on the 31st, man. It's gonna be Saturday, October 31st. Coming at you from the Lifestyle Studio. I'm turning that bitch to a haunted playground. We're gonna kick it that night. I'm gonna be there DJing. We're gonna be broadcasting live audio and some video for you. Costumes not optional.
You have to wear a costume.
Yeah, man, that's how we gonna separate the party people from the riffraff that night. If you committed enough to turn yourself into something for that night, I'm gonna trust that you're there for the right reasons, and you're gonna be able to behave yourself accordingly and have a good time, man. Because I think it'll be a good opportunity to have some fun, get some new listeners, and partake in some fellowship.
Damn. So basically, I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna still be working, y'all.
We always working,
Right.
because the grind never stops.
Never.
Man, can you get that Stephen A. audio fired up for me?
Right now. Here we go.
Hold on. Let me set that up. All right. So this is pretty funny, y'all. This is Stephen A. Smith responding to Kevin Durant, who put out some tweets questioning Stephen A. Smith's credibility, basically saying that, Stephen A. Smith had came out and said something about Kevin Durant was going to L.A. Kevin Durant said, he doesn't talk to anybody that I know. He's making shit up. So this is Stephen A. on First Take in response to that.
All-timers. They don't want Kevin Durant just because his name. They want him because this brother's going to do big things, and they're going to see to it that he's going to do big things. Are you trying to tell me these large markets are not a consideration? I said nothing offensive about him. I will not say anything offensive about him. I still stand here today telling you he's a good dude, but he's wrong. And the guys that put him up to it in their own way. I'm not talking about literally his comments, but in their own way, with their chirping behind my back all the time. They're wrong too. And the sensitivity that these guys are showing, they are making unnecessary enemies. I am not one of them. I won't be. I got too much love and respect for who these guys are and what they mean to my community. Okay. But I will say this lastly. You don't want to make an enemy out of me. And I'm looking right into the camera, and I'm going to say it again. You do not want to make an enemy out of me. I'm not having it. I've done nothing wrong, and I'm not going to tolerate it.
Let me stop you there.
Shots fired.
The number you have reached, 911, has been changed to a non-published number.
Call 9. Someone please call 911.
Bro.
Shots fired.
Did that dude did he go guiding light on us? General Hospital?
Man.
One life to live, all my children.
I'm looking right in the camera. You don't want to make an enemy out of me. Man, those guys, do they have any Emmys on First Take?
You know that's the best show.
Stephen A. Smith and them are the greatest actors.
You know, I haven't really been watching it, so it was I was tripped off that Carrie was gone. Carrie Champion.
She's not on there anymore? No?
Nope, she disappeared. She anchors on Sports Center now.
So she's still on ESPN, but she's not on.
She left them to go be on Sports Center.
Huh. Very interesting.
Right.
I mean, she was never really a part of the fuckery. She was just there. You don't really need her.
She really was. More. I'm talking about, bro. Like, the whole situation with Mayweather. How much? I mean, Stephen A. was just, he was in Mayweather's corner. You feel me? Whereas she disliked Mayweather because of the whole domestic thing. She, is a strong black woman, and she's uplifting women to not tolerate abuse, and he beat his women and went to prison for it, and you know what I'm saying? So they always had their back and forth. That's one of the reasons why Mayweather would never come on the show.
Because of Carrie Champion, you think?
Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, I was reading the article.
Skip is a hater too.
Right. I was reading the article yesterday, bro. It was talking about how Stephen A. and Carrie Champion just never mixed. How, she was more favored.
Yeah, I just don't think you really need. I mean, it's cool to have that moderator. Somebody's got to do it, but it's not really a role that you can like escalate from. You know what I mean? Like it has a ceiling, and you should kind of rotate that person because after a while, that person is going to develop their own personality, and they need another showcase for that than just being the moderator between those two fuckers. You know what I mean?
I'm so glad when they get rid of the new chick. I don't really like her. Like, She kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's more like what you just said. She stay out the way.
it's I used to have I haven't had ESPN for a while, man. So I don't really watch any of that shit. Let's you got some music lined up for us?
I do, man. I want to run this. I wanted to talk about the whole violent situation before we went to a break. I wanted to lead into this track.
I gotta go get our interview for today. He's up front.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go grab him.
Well, I mean, you know, man, I'm gonna run this.
Oh, my man is right here. What's popping? What's popping? Hey. What's going on?
What's good with you, bro?
Brothers in the building. We live on air right now. So y'all brothers can go ahead, have a seat, and we going to some. Let's still cut to some music right now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sit and we're gonna get acclimated with these cats, and then we're gonna get the interview popping off.
All right, I'm gonna run this. This is "We Will Rise," Marcus Cross, Jaleesa Johnson, and Hillary Cashel.
Yeah.
Okay. When are we gonna start counting babies? Dear Cleveland, I come to you humbly, pleading for you to help save our city. No more children should be dying from gun violence. They should be going to school, graduating, going on with their careers. We ask you, we humbly ask you, save our city. God bless. Let's go. When will it be okay for kids to play and parents to have no fear? When will it be for us to conquer lust, show love to gain more trust?
Every day we have to pray for God to guide and pave the way. It's never too late. This is all we have to say.
Love ourselves this way. We will stay in the city we all call Cleveland. We will fight for what's right. Have to become as one. We will
Face up to responsibilities to make a safer place for you and me.
all our young is dying, and the crime is multiplying.
It makes no sense for a 3-year-old to die. Didn't have the chance to live his life.
My peoples, it's time for better. Ooh. We will rise. Selfish way. We will stay. We all call Cleveland. We will fight for what's right. Have to become as one. We will rise. All these inductions and crazy things, all this brutality is what we see. 5-year-olds caught in the crossfire. All these children dying in a house fire.
To the Rice family, you will rise. We can relate, you can see it in our eyes. Dear Lord, we're a child to you.
Lord, please save our city. We will selfish way. We will stay in the city we all call Cleveland. We will fight for what's right. Have to become as one. We will rise. and since 1974radio.com. And this is, the Midwest best independent hip-hop and R&B.
Yo. We are back. This is the I Am the DJ show since 1974radio.com. I am joined now by a special guest, Mr. Jordan Simmons in the building. How you feeling, my man?
What's good, Daz? Doing good,
I'm all
bro.
right, man. I'm all right. I definitely, when I started the show, you was on my short list of people who I wanted to get on, and you had a busy year.
Very busy.
And it's still busy. I think you at least in Ohio for the rest of the year. You taking it?
Yes.
You in Ohio for the rest of the year at least?
Only because I'm getting married, but
Right.
The day after I leave out to Jamaica, so that's cool. That's cool with me.
To Jamaica, man.
Man, I've been trying to get there for years.
You ain't going to the suite that like Martin was in
No.
with the
With the rat.
with the
Rat. And he was scheming with Pam.
They was in the room next to him. That's one of my favorite Martin scenes right there, man.
That was funny.
But so when is the wedding, man?
November 7th, man.
November 7th.
32 days.
Congratulations
Thanks,
to you.
bro. Appreciate it.
How's everything going with that, with the planning?
And it's hectic and expensive,
Yeah.
but it's cool though.
You doing anything out of the ordinary?
I don't know what the ordinary is no more. The ordinary is spend as much money as you can, right? I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
That's what it seemed like it be about sometimes, man.
Man.
Like how much can you spend on it?
Unnecessary stuff.
And that if you're spending more on it, then that makes it
better.
better or something. Yeah, exactly.
Not the case. I'm actually I'm not even having no live music at my wedding.
No, I was wondering about that.
None.
I was thinking that you might have wanted to play or something. Actually,
I don't want to see no drums. I don't want to see nothing.
No.
No
Why not?
keyboards, nothing. It's just that stigma. A lot of people was like, "Oh, you get married? Oh man, it's about to be like a concert." I'm like, "No, that's not what y'all coming for. They're not coming for that, man. Y'all coming to see us, you know."
But see, that's funny because that's how I was thinking about it. That's funny, man.
You gonna call some of your industry friends? They gonna come, like, man. Like if they gonna come home to eat, enjoy themselves,
Yeah.
see us have a good time, then leave that nice gift, that monetary or or home good.
Oh, for sure.
And then, then be out. But man,
Because it's from the heart. You starting off your new life with your fiance. What is her name?
Janina.
So shout out to Janina.
Shout out to Janina.
The future Miss Simmons.
Yeah.
So man, I want to know personally because every time I get together with you, we end up talking about we be getting deep into the movement and just like what people need to do to be positive and leaders in the community, everything like that. But I want to kind of talk to you about the music a little bit today because I know that you got a bunch of different things going on right now in the music. So kind of tell the people what you got going on.
Man, I guess I would say I'm more multi-instrumentalist producer. Right now, play for a few bands. I got some things in the work. I travel and play with a duo, and the head of the duo his name is Doug Johns. Shout out to Doug Johns out there, my mentor and pretty much the guy that got me in the game. Doug Johns, one of the best bass players on the planet.
Right. I've seen his name a lot.
You got a chance to see him play.
Yeah.
We're online and stuff. Check out on YouTube. Doug Johns. That's Johns. I've been playing with him for 5 years now. I also tour with a band called Light Ends Darkness.
And in both of those, you play percussion.
Yes, I play drums.
Okay.
Drums.
Okay.
And there's a whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff besides being on stage that I do too as well.
You're saying too, like As far as like arranging music,
Man, especially live arranging, programming, drum programming, music programming, stage setup,
right?
writers, all that type of stuff, stage plots. It's so much that go on in the show, man. We can get it. That's a whole nother topic.
That's dope.
Topic,
That's dope. And then you said, and also with Light and Darkness, which is that's what is like. What would you classify that group as?
Man, it's like a hip hop, pop, rock, Christian, funk, soul band.
Right, they jam.
Man,
Right.
two of the most talented writers in the game who came together. They're working on their record now. It's crazy. We already toured this summer.
So that's a two-piece, and then you on drums.
Yeah, yep. I'm the music director from the drums.
Man, cause I know you've been playing since you started on the drums.
Yeah, man. Started in church, man. And I was like
Young age.
3-4 years old. Yeah.
And I know you used to make the beats.
Man.
Do you still make beats, Jordan?
I still make beats.
This guy right here, man. This guy right here,
Oh,
Fruity Loops. Like one of those dudes that gets on Fruity Loops and just creates some shit. No MIDI controllers.
No piano
Nothing
roll.
like that. Nope, nothing. We all in a step sequencer. Mouse, keyboard, just fire though.
I burned out a lot of computers, man. They burned burn them all out.
Like for real, like it never, and and it's like, man, I still feel like you got $1 million beats.
Thanks, man.
Up here.
I appreciate
Up here,
that. Yes, sir.
and that are out there. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Like if that's what you put your creativity towards. Obviously,
Right.
you're more into the live music scene
Right now, yeah.
and
Yeah.
and that's dope. But man, I want you to get back into making some beats.
I will.
You need let's put together a GoFundMe for like a laptop and an MPC. Cause you gotta get the MPC. Cause I know you dope without it, but if you get that down,
Man.
it's curtains.
I think what happened was, this is what happened, Dez. I'm giving you the whole thing. So, I started making beats 9th grade, 2002.
Okay.
I started 9th grade. My brother was one. My brother Ryan. Shout out to my brother Ryan if he out there listening. He brought home Fruity Loops one day, and I heard him making a beat. It was horrible. And I was like, man, let me figure out how I can make beats on here. Man, I started. I think it was at like 12. It was basketball season. It was a Saturday, so we had an afternoon game. Man, I almost missed my game. I was so in the zone making beats. So ever since that day it started, and I started making some stuff for some Lorraine artists, stuff started popping off. But then I got burnt out, man. But then once I got back into it, I realized like it was so much easier ways to make beats.
Right.
And I didn't want to go to the next.
Man,
step.
something that I kind of felt like influenced how you felt about making the beats. And nothing that you never did. It's just like your lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like a lot of what cats is rapping on your beats about, like you don't have nothing to do with no part of that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I should laugh a lot. Like, man, what about, man? I'm not giving you I'm not about to give you no beat.
Right.
Most of the time they was lying. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Making stuff up on the beats.
Yeah,
like
right.
not only is you not telling the truth, but now you saying some stuff that's really
Right.
against everything that I stand about
Yeah.
as a as a person. And I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite because I was one of the people making that type of music on beats. So I'm not gonna act like I'm not a part of that because we talk about that a lot, and that is hip hop music.
Okay.
You do a lot of exaggeration, but I when I first started rapping, I shot people in my raps for about 2 years, and then once I realized that that's not, like, I couldn't really be doing that, then I stopped, and since then I haven't shot anybody in the rap or nothing.
You had a real hip hop delivery and a real.
Yeah, I love that.
You had real lyrical content, so it wasn't hard to like. Des need a beat. Oh, all right, I know exactly what I can make. Des, he can drop something real fast.
Right.
Like it don't take much, but
Man, I wish I would have been more prepared for this. And I would have had some of them old beats that I could play for you because I know it's some stuff that you ain't heard.
I probably made 1,000 beats,
years,
man.
probably, and never heard, more than after you made them.
Because 2 of the computers crashed.
Yeah, I remember.
Completely crashed. I cried for like a whole day one time, man. I mean, I ain't tell nobody else that. But.
So with Doug Johns and LED, are you doing like live? Like, are you recording in the studio also?
Yep. Me and Doug, we have we always say our because we both put an input. This will be our second one together, but it'll be his 5th CD.
Okay.
Coming out next month.
Is he based out of Ohio?
Man, Doug is born and raised in Elyria, Ohio, man.
Okay.
Yeah, he lives more further out west now, out towards Sandusky. Living the life, man. He's living the dream, man.
I know, man. We talk about that a lot on here, man. A lot of the guests that I've had on here, we talk about following your dreams and doing things more than basically what they taught you was possible in school as a viable way to support your family and to live out your life and have a lifestyle and to be happy, things to find happiness from, which is definitely music for you, right?
Yep, music, and man, it's pretty much music and inspiring people, man. That's, if I can wake up every day and play and then inspiring somebody to do something better than what they're doing right now, I'm good. That's it. Like, I'm cool. Like, that's it. I can't cook. I can't sing, but you give me something, anything with music, I can get you together.
And make it happen.
And if you ain't where you supposed to be, by the end of the conversation, you probably gonna be headed towards where you supposed to be.
And be able to get there. Man, I wanted to talk about the Cafe Live thing that you had popping off.
Yeah. I wish it was back, man. I wish it was back.
Are you interested in doing something like that? What was that? What was that exactly?
That was an outlet, man. It was just an outlet because we didn't have no musicians here in Lorraine, and we kind of still don't. We didn't have nowhere to play. Like that's like a dream for all them years of practicing, and then you can't go nowhere and play on Friday or Saturday night. You got to stay in the house.
Right.
Like, you get sick of practicing all on the weekend. The best musicians in the world, they play every weekend. So
every weekend.
We feel like, hey man, let's make somewhere to play. So I made up something at the church I was serving at around the corner, and I was like, man, I'm gonna call it Cafe something, and I'm like, well, call it Cafe Live. I hit up everybody. The next thing you know, it turned into man, we had some nights with 300 people, 400 people. That's more than like House of Blues get.
Yeah, packed. Because people, that's something, I know you believe in the potential of Lorraine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
anywhere I'm at, gonna be all right. That's how I feel.
It's so many people here that are doing positive things,
right.
And we seldom have those opportunities where we can all get together, where everybody is notified in adequate time period. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is what's going on this date. And the other thing is consistency. You know what I mean? You got to be able to have it, and people know they're gonna come, know what to expect.
Preaching, bro.
And I'd like to see. I'm thinking about, doing something like that at my spot at the Lifestyle Studio, because that space really has the capability to have something like that. It's just a lot of moving pieces and putting something like that together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with me being a performer myself as a DJ,
Right.
Friday night is a big night for me, opportunity wise,
Yes, sir.
to make money. Friday and Saturday night. That's how I feel. I feel like I need to be DJing every Friday,
Yes, sir.
Saturday night.
Yeah. Business
to
move.
be able to stay up with what's going
Right,
on, what
right.
people listening to make sure I'm sharp on everything.
Yes, sir.
And I want to get, man, I've got the keyboard at home. I've got electronic drum set. I really want to start incorporating some more live music elements into what I'm doing when I'm DJing.
Should incorporate your boy sometime.
Oh, you're man.
You know what I'm
man, I
saying?
would love to do.
Let's
to
do
put,
it.
And you know what it is that to do something big, you have to bring people together like the Avengers. You know what I mean? And bring all these different fan bases.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
Definitely.
And it's all positive energy.
Yeah.
And something good is gonna come from it. We was kind of joking around about having a million Negro march, and just like, or having a million rapper march. I said, or from a music artist's perspective, because you just have to pick common areas of interest for people and say, okay, forget everything that separates us.
Right.
What can we get together? Do you like music? Well, good. I love music. Well, let's get together, everybody that loves this music, and let's get together and talk about music and play music together.
That's it,
You know what I mean? Because where that does still happen is in the church, but church isn't a part of everybody's life, like it used to be.
Right, right.
And I don't go to church very often, but every time I do go to church, I'm always like, man, this is dope. Like I love this, you know what I mean? But
It's the idea. The idea of church is kind of like what the community is supposed to be like modeled after. Everybody kind of do their part in their area. It's one person that kind of, I won't say call the shots, but one person directing, leading, and then there's a group of people under them, kind of like just like a government. You know what I mean? The same way, but of course, all honor and glory to God. We give it all to Him for sure. You know what I mean? But we get direction from Him, and that's kind of what keeps us humble. And that's what I think the difference is between a successful community and an unsuccessful community is someone or some type of objective becomes tainted, and the person becomes unhumble and starts feeling themselves and smelling themselves with power. And then by then that's how you get them levels. You get the uppers, and you get the people who kind of they fool with, and then you get the people that nobody fools with. That's how it starts. That's how every communities I know that are successful, there ain't no levels.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the highest people, white collar, 75 to 100,000 to a year, to the people who are poor, man. They treat everybody right and the same.
Do you think we could ever have that here in Lorraine?
Man. Well, yes. Most definitely. And I hope it happens soon. It's a huge disconnect. And I hope some of the politicians are listening. But there's a huge disconnect. And we can't keep blaming culture. We can't keep saying it's the culture difference. We can't keep saying it's the age difference. It's a huge disconnect because 90% of it is laziness, and 10% of it is nobody wants to be humble. Nobody wants to take the low road.
I'm glad you called them out because we're looking for them politicians.
Yeah.
It's political season. We would like to talk to everybody here.
It's funny though, like we should even say like we have to be afraid of them because at the end of the day, they just like us. They the same as us, man. I don't know anyone. I don't know any politician in Lorraine that it's like Hakeem on Coming to America. You know what I mean? They all put their shoes on and everything like we do. Right. So it's just they got to just give up, man. You got to give up some things to get some things.
And something that I think a lot, people point to the city government for this and that, and it's just like the city government. They don't have the capability to do much.
Their hands are tied, man.
You know, it's like they
tied.
don't. Like if people really looked at the pure numbers of it, like so much money of the city budget, which comes from, city income taxes.
Right.
That money goes to paying people
Right.
to do these jobs.
Yeah.
Like so, before you talk about any type of equipment, paying any type of bills,
Yes, sir.
any type of new money that goes into anything, like
Right.
all these people got to get paid. You know that
Yeah,
work for
man.
the city.
Yeah.
And
Benefits
after that,
too, right? They got benefits, everything,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. Retirement packages
Yeah.
and everything like that. So compensation for these people is
Gotta
the
live.
biggest
Gotta
factor.
live. They got to live too.
But where, I feel like the city government is really lacking is in that, like, the people in those positions taking that extra step, and really like feeling in a position of influence and understanding that they have power within that role to incite, leadership.
Take the low road
and
sometimes.
and
You
put
gotta
that
take
work
the low
in.
road, man. You have to take the low road. The most successful people are people to the most unsuccessful people. They can talk to them. They can touch them. They can ask them questions. It's not like, oh my God, I got to take a number. You know what I mean? That's like, man, I would love to be a politician. Before back in the day, I'm like, man, heck no. But now, it's ways that you got to talk to people. But there's ways you got to talk to the people who know how to talk with the suits on.
And from I still kind of think that at some point I might want to actually be the mayor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can I be the vice mayor?
It's just this year right now at this time.
Yeah.
It's not the right time for me. It was not the right time. I couldn't commit the type of time that I needed to getting out there and letting people know who I am. But the whole time, it's just like, to me, it's not about having the position, being in the office, doing like that type of work. It's about the influence. Then being able to go and talk to little boys and girls as the mayor and say, hey, you little black boy, little Puerto Rican girl, you could do anything. And I'm here to make sure that you have all the opportunities that you need to have in order, the same opportunities that those kids in Amherst have, and in some cities, the mayor is like the superintendent of the school district.
Right.
And I don't think that we really have that type of relationship between, our city administration, and those are like two completely separate things, because it's all about the money to these people. They're worried about their jobs. They're not worried about the average day-to-day person. They're not worried about the kids, because superintendents, they're in 3-4 years and they're out.
Right.
You can't put.
Let me ask you this: When were y'all? Well, I got entrepreneurs in here too. Adrian's an entrepreneur as well. Williams Monument, right? He's an entrepreneur as well.
Yeah, we ain't got him on the camera right now, but shout out to Adrian Williams in the building, original drum master, one of my musical inspirations.
Yes, sir. Me too.
Back in the Admiral King. Shout out to Admiral King. We got some Admiral King alumni in the building.
Hey, you can also catch him on Mars versus Venus.
Oh, okay. But I was with Otis a couple weeks ago, man, and we was talking about back in the day with you and T and Jay, man, standing on the bass drums and standing on the head with the bass drums, and some of them dances, like a lot of these dances that these kids is doing now, like Jay was like originating some of them dances. He needs some copyrights on some of them dances. I swear, like the hit the Quan, like I think Jay was doing that in like
Stanky
2003.
Leg, for sure.
Yeah, stanky leg, all that, man. Like,
Dude.
He had the moves.
Do you remember? Hey man, I'm gonna tell everybody on the this 1974 show, right?
Yes.
Hey man, I was Desmond's backup, man. I just want everybody to know that.
Hey, look, we keeps it real here since 1974. You can bring it all out here.
Yeah, man.
I was his backup, man.
Yeah, but see, he's 2 years younger.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was a good look for him as me being a senior.
Right.
Tailback, he was my backup.
I was a sophomore, man. I was small
As a
too, bro.
sophomore.
Fast
Yeah,
though.
man.
I mean, you know, I still hit a little bit.
Yeah, I remember we had a preseason scrimmage that my senior year, and I think we was playing like Westlake or something, and he laid somebody out right by the sideline. Like, you know, one of them just when a dude catch a ball and just, you know, catch it and don't see it coming and just you lay that smack down on him. And that's how I was like, and you heard the pads crack.
That's how I got.
That's a clean.
That's
hit.
how. Cause look, cause you remember, like I had to get my rep up. Cause everybody remember Ryan, my brother.
Yes.
You know,
shout out to Ryan, man. Big Ryan Simmons, man. He was a.
It was
he
too
was a
easy
beast,
for him, man. It was too easy for him since like 8th grade. He would go out there.
Basketball.
He was too fast. He was too big, too strong.
Monster.
And like when I came and they was just like, man, you're gonna be just like him, right? Like you're gonna, like I ain't quite that.
Nah, Ryan's like what about 6'4"?
6'4", like 2.
Yeah.
He was like 230 back then.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah.
running like a 4.4. And
Yeah, he
with
was a
a
freak,
with like
man.
a 30, 40 inch vertical. So, but like I had to do something, and that's how I got my rep up. And ever since then, they was like, yeah, all right, you back up Desmond. After that, you back up Desmond. I'm telling y'all, Desmond was a monster back then, bro. You was like, I ain't never seen nobody run with the ball in their hand like this. Like
I was a throwback type, man.
Say he was watching
Old
Peyton out
school.
there.
Like
Old school.
for real. That's how. And I had 2 fumbles all year. One was the first game, one was the last
Old
game,
school.
and neither time did I have the ball like that. It was a situation where anyway. But that's how I carried the
We'll
ball.
have to
Yeah,
get into
man.
a whole show about that.
Yeah, man. That's how I carried the ball.
Speaking of fumbles,
Yeah, we was.
Oh man,
We
I
talked
see-
about it in the first segment,
Here
man.
you go.
Only
I'm
'cause I
still-
seen the hat.
I'm still rocking my stuff proudly
I
over
seen
here.
the
We
hat.
old folks, it's all good.
I seen the hat. I was like,
I just made the declaration today for the run 7 straight,
oh man,
starting Sunday with Arizona.
They
I
can.
said they gonna lose 7
they got a
straight.
short week. They can though,
They
man.
got a better chance of losing 7
We finna
straight.
I
run
know
it off.
they would leave that referee alone, man. They better start going after who really made the problem.
Yeah, real talk,
Megatron.
real talk.
Yeah, you gotta hold on to that ball. I would say, but it was just like what happened to Josh McCown
No, jeez.
on that first week of the year.
Please,
And I just
can we not talk about the Browns?
Look, everybody turning their back on your team.
Can we
man.
not talk about them, man? Like,
Y'all starting to
I
pick
should have
alternative
made a
teams.
disclaimer before the show started.
See how he tried to jump on me like the Lions over there. Oh, wait.
But yeah.
I can't
That's what-
deal with them Browns, bro.
Here is my suggestion for all the Cleveland sports teams.
Hoop season starts.
But specifically the Browns. I really think that the Browns need to do this, okay? In every other time when in NFL history, okay?
I gotta hear this.
When a team moves, okay?
Right.
They take the team with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when the LA Rams moved to St. Louis, the Rams
yeah,
moved
yeah.
to
The
St.
Colts,
Louis. When the
Baltimore
Baltimore Colts
Colts.
moved to Indianapolis,
Yeah.
Indianapolis Colts.
Right,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? That's what happens in NFL. So this is like what's going on with the Browns right now is if you had a girlfriend, okay, let's call her Gina, okay, and you lost her, you lost Gina. She's now with another dude.
You went and got
you
Tina.
you go and you get
Tina.
Tina. You know what I mean? And you try to make her look. Oh, you know what, baby? She had her hair cut short. I need you to get her hair cut short.
Because her real name is Annie Mae.
You know, right? In a man, right?
Annie Mae.
You know, it's like when in WWF when Diesel and Razor Ramon went to WCW and they got the fake Diesel and the fake Razor Ramon and brought him in. So you can't beat the Browns no matter how bad you want to. So you need to scrap it all, start from scratch, new team name, new colors.
You read my Facebook post, I guess.
You need a new team, man, because you can't go around talking about yourself, because the Browns play in Baltimore.
The real Browns are in Baltimore.
They got that culture. They got Ozzie Newsome.
They got the defense, the culture.
You know what I mean? Like they played with
Smash Mouth.
No, you're wrong.
But
the Ravens play in Baltimore. I feel y'all on scrapping the whole Browns thing.
Right.
That's the Browns.
When the Oilers left Houston,
Titans,
they became the Titans.
They
They
only
scrapped it.
They only went to one.
And then
when
Houston
Houston
came back. They scrapped it. That's what I'm saying. I feel you on that.
They were going to be called the
on
Oilers.
y'all stadium.
Yep. Change the whole. I've been said it, but what they going to be called though? The Seagulls?
I think you could come up with some interesting names, man.
Come on,
because you know Cleveland got the Cleveland's famous for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? You got the.
You got to be an animal or something dope, because it ain't nothing else that you can really be.
It was
just be the energy, man. The Cleveland
energy.
The
I got
energy.
You got the Cleveland Hennessy.
the Cleveland Polish boys.
That's that brown that the Cleveland Browns make.
The Polish boy.
The Polish boy.
The Cleveland. the Cleveland. What's the spot on St. Clair?
Hot Sauce Williams.
The Cleveland.
The Cleveland Wings.
What's them sandwiches called? What's some sandwiches? Corned beef. The corned beef joint.
Slimers. The Cleveland.
The Cleveland Rockers, man.
Cleveland Rise.
It's a wrap. I don't know what they're gonna be called, but
stick with the Browns.
I can't take them, bro.
But
I cannot take
man.
They find ways to lose. They've been doing this.
They do.
I remember my grandfather, God rest his soul, after church, came home, got a big nice meal. Browns was on. They did something dumb like usual. This is when Tim Couch was playing.
Oh Lord.
Brand new Toshiba big screen. Launches the remote through the big screen. Never forgot it. Never forgot it. So I've been like scarred for life. But now, especially after Sunday, it's like you're just so used to seeing it. It's like, oh yeah, watch this, y'all. They about to lose.
Y'all ain't
and it happens.
Yeah, every way possible, man.
Y'all ain't went 0-16 yet, so.
Well,
that's that pain.
It's gonna feel good.
I think.
At least y'all got a dome.
Detroit,
it's gonna feel good.
Detroit and Cleveland are the only two teams that have not played in a Super Bowl.
It's a couple more. I think it was 3. I think we had this conversation too. It was 3.
Jaguars
played in one.
No.
They didn't?
No, not yet.
Mark Brunell didn't play in the Super Bowl.
No, he got
year?
to the AFC
AFC
Championship game, but not the Super Bowl.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I think the Jaguars are the only other team.
Let's talk about something
not to play in the Super Bowl.
That's how they play each other.
Man,
Lions versus Browns.
Lions versus Browns.
It's
Super
only
Bowl.
right. It's only right. Cold weather too. Hopefully, it'll be back in Detroit because they got a roof on their building.
I can't do it.
Man, I wanted to talk about something. We didn't get to talk about it in the first segment. A little more serious topic.
Right.
Get your thoughts on it also.
Right.
Last week, there was a 5-month-old child, AVL Wakefield in Cleveland, that was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting. And there's been, countless other child deaths that's been going on from stray bullets in Cleveland right now. And so there's a big debate going on right now about gun laws. You know what I mean? Do you think that it's a problem with the gun laws, or do you think that it's a bigger problem with the people in our communities?
Well, man, first thing that comes to my mind is, the Second Amendment, right?
Yes, sir. Right to bear
right
arms.
To bear arms. I've been raised around guns my whole life. I have my own carry concealed. I have my own firearms, legal weapons. And my grandfather always said, guns don't kill people. Crazy people with guns kill people. Now, controlling them, I don't know. I'm the worst person to ask about how to control a gun. I have no idea what that even means.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have no suggestion. I probably would say a way to stop this, man. Because people gonna have guns regardless. They're gonna have them regardless.
Yeah,
I would say there needs to be some type of police enforcement that is, I guess, kind of like, man, I hate to say it, but kind of like the urban warfare type of police enforcement. That's right now. It's like only thing that really can work.
Man, and that's what what I say. I just think that you I don't want that.
Man.
I don't want that, man. I think you just have to do a better job of making people's lives better. You know what I mean? Reaching out to the people that are lacking whatever in their life that's making them unhappy, that's making them want to go out and do these things. And we need to get the males back into leadership and fatherly roles and involved in their children's lives, because a lot of these dudes that's doing this shit, they don't have men in their lives, man.
I want to get back to the gun thing, man. It's gonna be hard to do any type of gun control living in a country where there are more guns than there are people.
That's what I don't think you can do anything about the guns.
I'm looking at this here, and right now we have 112 guns for every 100 residents that we have in America.
Wow.
The next closest place is Serbia. Serbia with 69.
Yeah,
man,
yeah. People,
and you never gonna be able to get control.
No, the guns are out here, man.
Yeah.
People always, and like I said, there was there's a movie with Michael J. Williams and Boris Kojo. It's called Doing Hard Time, and they in jail, and the nigga makes a gun.
He builds a gun
out of some paper or something. So you know what I mean, like. And I also saw a video from China where there was a mass stabbing. You know, so like people can build bombs.
Right.
You know, people like if people want to hurt people, they're always gonna be able to do that.
Right.
You know, so I just look at. I think you
was right. I didn't mean to cut you off, but you was right. But that was just an option,
right?
I guess because it's always 2020. But I think I was the option. But yes, people just need hope. People need help.
Yeah.
Like first, like of
for
course
sure.
first.
Yeah.
But you got to be willing to receive the help.
Yes, too. Man. And I don't know how you do that. I think that
we really need jobs, man.
We
just need
jobs. If folks is going to work, man, you tired.
We need
smoke
jobs,
a blunt,
man.
drink you a drink, you at the work, you going to sleep.
We need
you ain't
jobs.
out here shooting.
Cats need to go to work, man.
You got a couple dollars in your pocket, you ain't out here robbing.
Well, there's no jobs, there's crime.
Right. Gotta get some money, man.
Yeah, what's the saying with the idle hands and the devil, man? Like
he loves
he
comes out, he looks for that.
Shout
out to Avon. Shout out to the city of Avon.
I said this last week.
I think what they're going for 2,000 jobs, and then like another 1,500 next year.
But see, it's crazy, man, because I'm a Lorraine historian, and I look into the area and see the other communities that have existed. And Avon is actually an older city than Lorraine.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like as an actual established incorporated village.
Right.
And I think they kind of went about their development in a different way. You know, obviously with the river right here, we was very attractive for the steel industry and what happened. And did you see about the $15 million grant to clean up the river that we just got?
No, wow.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
man.
I know that's big money, right?
That's what's up.
And so what they're planning to do is like this is big money.
That's what's
I read it was the biggest EPA grant for this kind of water treatment ever.
Whoever worked on that, shout out to you.
Man, I think it's amazing, dude, because if they can really clean that thing up, they said like the one of the purpose for it is to create like so fish will create like a living habitat and everything like that, and obviously it'll look better.
Fish is money. That's money.
But creating, I mean, that river is beautiful, man.
Man.
That's what it should. When you go and you look at Sandusky's waterfront and what they're able to do with it down there, like we should. Obviously, we're not gonna have a Cedar Point,
Right.
you know, but we should be able to have some type of attractions more than what we have right now.
I've been all over the place, all over the United States. I ain't seen nothing like this downtown area where the water is, how the backdrop of downtown is.
Yeah, right with the.
Is the river, and then on the other side is the condos, and then the
Got the
bridge.
bridges.
I've never seen like it nowhere, like not even close, anywhere, not even close.
And I know that you know, like I know. You know what? Can you please talk to us about the Firefish Festival?
Man, what part you want to know?
I just tell me what your experience with it, and you know the role that you played in it, and what you thought about the whole thing overall.
It was the most well put together festival I've seen in Lorraine. No shade to International,
Because it had things to do.
it was so well put together, man. It was people everywhere. They shut the street down. People in and out. It looked like Chicago. I've been downtown Chicago. I played downtown Chicago. It looked just like it. Felt like the main thing, though, because that's one thing that we learn in school. When you go to events like this, you use your five senses. And one thing that always gets left out is the feel. The energy was crazy down there. It was crazy. You can feel the energy down there. It seemed like people was out to have a good time and not come do nothing crazy. You felt the energy. People was coming to hear music, to look at art, to buy stuff. People was dancing. It was fire. Like
Now,
it was crazy.
that's tight, right?
Great.
Now, to me, the crazy thing about that is that we didn't know nothing about it.
What? Who didn't?
We did.
Oh man.
I
Wow.
mean, like, that was right there.
You know what I mean? Like
that break in communication, huh?
You know what I mean? And it's not like the people, there are people who are involved with it, who know, who've been to my store. They know I'm right there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So it's like, why, I don't understand how you don't make that effort to just say, hey, we got this going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do you want to participate this way, that way, that way? Because
Right.
obviously, it's a very inclusive thing.
Yeah.
And with it being like an arts festival and me having a, graphic design art studio type place going on, I think that the match is there. And we just sometimes, from a lot of things that happen, we had a incident with the International Festival where there were a group of performers that are representing this building and
Right.
the labels that operate under this building,
Right.
ranging from Marcus Cross to the 422 boys, who are a young group of 9, 10, 11-year-old cats.
Yeah.
And they had a problem. They went and performed at the International Festival, and they had a problem with Marcus in one of his songs says a lyric and references cocaine, but not in like a negative way at all. You know what I'm saying? Just uses it metaphorically.
Yep.
And they made a decision on Saturday night to not allow them to perform at the closing ceremony on Sunday.
Yeah.
And they didn't find out until they came on Sunday. So they didn't reach out to anybody and say, so, it's all this BS going on.
Right.
And then they ended up, now these are, again, 10, 11-year-old boys that are not being allowed to perform because of, they didn't even, and they said something about some of the dances they was doing or something, and it's just, it's just that gap.
That's there it
in,
is.
That's in the understanding,
The break in communication, don't want to communicate because they don't. Gotta humble, man. Humble yourself. Somebody gotta take the low road. Let's have a conversation and a discussion about what was said. And then all you have to do is explain, okay, this is what happens, why I said that phrase.
Yeah.
Why did you say that phrase? But this is what happened. Okay, let me tell you, like, there's no dialogue. Okay, sorry. There needs to be more dialogue, less discussion. We need to stop arguing. Somebody got to take the low road, man.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. And that's why we.
I love being humble, man. I love being humble.
It always wins.
And it does. It's undefeated, man.
Always
You cannot lose being humble, man.
Always wins.
You
man.
can't.
Somebody just had to take the low road, man, and ask questions, find out stuff. But it starts off with saying, "Hey, okay, I didn't like that when I first heard it," and that's what we've been taught. Like our brains is so distorted. As soon as we hear something we don't like, cut it off, or turn that mess off, or that's them hoodlum music or something.
Yeah,
you didn't ever give it a chance because your brain is not taught that way. You don't know how to give anything a chance because you haven't gave nothing a chance. All you know is what you know, and that's why we struggling.
Yeah,
that's why we struggling.
And that it's a.
I advise all kids, if y'all listening, or any parents with kids, take your kids and take them all over the place and introduce them to. When you go to a restaurant, what's the stuff that I used to do? I ain't gonna rant, but I used to do this. Like if it was some certain way that I liked something, I would say, okay, I want to meet the manager. Take your kids and have them meet the manager. Ask, sir, what do you look for in employees? Start your kids young. Start them at 10, 11 years old. Start taking them, when they go to Toys R Us and they like certain toys, go search the person who made the toy. Go look them up and look up stuff. Like it starts too at home. A lot of it is at home. And I'm getting off topic. I forgot what we was even talking about. But like be on your kids, but make them go to the next level, and open up your mind. You gotta open up the mind, and even the people who already got their stuff together, if you don't reach back, something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. You gotta go reach back.
Are you because your mom has the church, right?
My mom is a pastor, yes.
At what's the name of the church?
Grace Covenant Ministries.
Grace Covenant Ministries.
Yep. On Oberlin Avenue, 4481 Oberlin Avenue. Services at 4:00 on Sunday.
Are you still doing the music classes?
Yes, drum lessons, bass
bass lessons.
Help with performance, musical performance,
man.
artist development.
I want to rock with you and put together something, man, to make sure. I know you was doing some music lessons for kids too, and making sure that every kid in this city has the opportunity to be involved in music, because it's ridiculous that some of these elementary schools don't have a music program. That's a nightmare.
Yeah, that's
I can't believe that, and that's a problem when you take arts out of the school.
It's just an opportunity.
Okay, not only is it opportunity, but art and music is the time in school, and also gym.
Yeah.
You know, those are the times when you get to express your individuality.
Yes, sir.
When there is no right or wrong answer. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
In art, you can have 20 different kids with 20 different pictures, but they all get A's because it's about the effort and it's about your expression.
Expressing yourself.
Did you try your best to do this or not?
Yeah.
Now, when you talk about all those other subjects, it's not about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, did you get the right answer or not?
Right.
Did you interpret this the way that I want you to interpret it so you can pass this test? Right. So we can get, a good mark on this national score.
The marginalization begins.
It's a nightmare, man. It's
from the heart, man. Art is from the heart.
It is.
You don't have to use your heart to answer an algebra question.
No.
And some kids, they're wired that way. Like myself.
Exactly. And
I'm wired to be artistic.
Right.
That's just how the bloodline.
Right. And now some people are capable, obviously, you know what I mean? We go and we get our educations and we're able to do the schoolwork, but we prefer to be more creative. You know, I had a typical normal job, you know what I mean? I was in the workforce for like 10 years, I worked in fast food. Yeah. I worked I had office jobs. I had positions at colleges, government jobs. Supervisor at UPS. I had all these different types of jobs.
Me too.
And at the end of the day, I'm just like, man, I want to create things. Yeah. Like there are people who get paid to make music, to play music, to make clothes, to, you know what I'm saying? It's
There's
like,
a-
if there's people who do that, why can't I be one of those people?
There's a guy who made the McDonald's sign who will never, his family will never have to work again in their life.
Like you saying, like he created the.
He created the color. He looked at it. He seen it in his head. It was a red bar and 2 arches, yellow. It's
Wow.
a certain yellow that he's seen.
Uh-huh.
It's a certain way that he's seen the design have an angle. If it was flat, it wouldn't work.
And they've been using that same one.
His whole entire family will never have to work again.
Wow.
Just the guy who designed that.
Right.
The font on McDonald's, the actual font, he picked that font a certain way because he's seen it.
Yeah, because I mean, it's very distinctive and it's been pretty much been like that.
You understand what I'm saying? His family will never have to work again. Just the guy
Royalties.
who made the sign.
Yeah.
That's art, though. That's
Right,
part of art.
exactly.
So what if he didn't have the chance to do that? What if he didn't have the chance? When you take it away, then you don't have a chance to it. You're saying you're going to be a computer person or a computer programmer.
Right.
Then the person end up hating themselves because they're doing something that they don't really
But
love.
they're not even, wired.
So send your kids to me. I'll help them.
Yeah, if you,
Send them to me.
if you got a artistic child, please encourage them to do things artistically. And if you're looking for opportunities to engage them musically, you can reach out to us, reach out to Jordan.
Yeah, give them a chance, man. Give your kids a chance to be great. That's why that's the motto at the school is give your child a chance to be great. Give him a chance. That's it. Just give him. Everybody needs a chance, and they might not get that chance at school.
Man, before we get out of here, man, you rocking the Javon Terrence T. That's your first cousin.
First cousin.
That is your first cousin, man. This is a talented bloodline within the Simmons family.
Yeah, man.
My man just got back from Paris. Shout out to JT. I gotta get him on the show here very soon.
International.
Man, tell us, embarrass that man real quick, man. Tell us, we want give me
Man.
give me a childhood.
Man, he's gonna kill me, man. Let me see. Man, man, I can't think of nothing like off the top of my head, man. We used to have battles though, like basketball battles between me, myself, Ryan, Aaron, and Andre. Probably was together like for probably about 50% of our life.
Right.
We was always
right.
together, so
it
it
was
was
like brother cousins.
Man, we was all right. I'll tell you a story. We was real bad. We used to all stay at my aunt Carmen's house, Aaron, Javon's mom, and we would just torture. We would just torture my aunt and uncle, just doing silly stuff. So one night we decided to be bad, and my brother was he was the oldest, so he was the one to keep everything real entertaining live. He decided to roll a battery. Remember the old plastic tracks you used to put on the carpet?
Yeah.
From the old,
With the little spike.
Yeah, with the spikes on the bottom, so for heavy traffic. Decides to roll like a D battery down the thing, down the track, hits the refrigerator, boom! Right, we all run in the bedroom. Here come Javon's dad. No matter what we all did, Javon was the only one to get a whooping. He always got the whooping.
Y'all was at his house.
We ain't get the whooping. He always got the whooping. And that's a funny story, but man. But shout outs to him, man. He international now, man. I'm proud of him, man.
I know, man. I know.
I remember he used to just draw shoes, man, and
we had him here, man, and it's again, man. It's the same story over and over again. It's just people, creative people, following their dreams, being surrounded by people that believe in them, having faith in themselves and in a higher power, and just making things happen and putting that work in.
At the end of the day,
you gotta put that.
You got a choice, man. You got a choice. Either I'm gonna be something, or I'm gonna be somebody's something. Pretty much,
man.
Or I'm gonna be another statistic. Got a choice.
Shout your social medias out.
Social media, hit me up on Instagram and on Twitter and Periscope at The Real J Simmons. Also on Facebook, Facebook.com/J Sims, I think 23.
And where can what should they search if they're looking to go like listen to your music? Y'all got like YouTube videos up, like
YouTube. Just look up Light Ends Darkness, and look up YouTube Doug John's Duo. Would be a good one to look up. You want to see some of me and Doug, or you want to see LED live shows?
check him out. Like real life drummer official.
Man, just living the daydream, man.
On another side note, you know, we was nominated for Best Independent Radio Show. The voting has started. You can vote by texting A29, followed by Since 1974 Radio to 216-339-5559. You're allowed to vote once a day, every day until October 26th.
Do that
Make
vote.
sure y'all go out and show some love. Give us some feedback if you feeling what you feeling. As always, you can find me on Twitter at IamThaDJ, THA, not THE. The highly acclaimed I Am the DJ. Also on Instagram, I Am the DJ, Facebook.com/IamThaDJ. I will be here as always next Tuesday, say about 8:15ish, because you know we on CPT time.
I mean, I just want to say thank y'all for having me on the show, man.
Oh man, good luck with the wedding, bro.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
I'm very happy for you.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on the show.
I'm excited to see.
Congratulations.
You know
Appreciate it. I
where
gotta do
that's
this more
gonna
often.
go for you. Definitely, man. We got some things in the works, and we gotta just come together, keep connecting the dots, man. Everybody that I bring in here, and we all on the same tip of positivity. And I'm glad that you know we have Ty and everybody else behind 1974 Radio that gives us this platform to come together and to talk about the things that are important to us, and to kind of find some common ground so we can be talking about the same things and get on the same page. You feel me?
That's what's up.
So once again, thank you to my man Jordan Simmons. Check him out, Light Ends Darkness. Also the Doug Johns Duo.
Yes, sir.
Ty House producing.
Yep. I'll be back tomorrow at noon, giving you the Midwest best independent hip hop and R&B, noon to 10 p.m. here on Since1974Radio.com.
Y'all have a good week. We out.